That's coming up on Get Arty.
Flowers are a lovely gift for any occasion, but so is food, so why not combine them? I'm going to show you how to make a lovely lotus flower cupcake. You will need your caster sugar, cupcakes, mini marshmallows, buttercream icing, chopping board, food colour, palette knife and a regular knife. Make sure you have adult supervision, baking paper and one of the snap lock bags. Step 1 is to make our sanding sugar. So we need caster sugar and our snap lock bag and food colouring. So I'm going to pour my caster sugar into the snap lock bag like this and a couple of drops of your food colouring, whatever colour you choose. So we won't add too many drops, otherwise we'll make it too wet. So we'll add 3 drops. Now we're going to seal it up and give it a shake. So as we're shaking it, we're going to see where the food colouring is and press it all around so that we get the colour all through the sugar. We want to make sure that it all turns blue. So sanding sugar is just caster sugar and food colouring. If you do put too much food colouring, you can add a little bit of corn flour to dry it out. So what we're going to do is open up the bag and pour it onto our baking paper. So I'll just spread that out. Now let's cut our petals. Grab our mini marshmallows, pour a few on. We'll get our knife. Make sure you get an adult to help you with this part. So we'll grab our marshmallow and we're going to cut it in half on an angle. Just watch out for your fingers. And we're going to open it to the sticky side. And that's what you press into the sanding sugar. Now we just set them aside. I use around 30 petals, but that's just a rough estimate. You can add as many or as little as you like. So long as they look full, it's great. So I'm doing a cupcake that has one colour, but feel free to have a play. Do a few different colours like rainbow cupcakes or different tones of cupcakes, because that would look fantastic also. I've just finished my last petal, so now it's time to put buttercream icing on our cupcake. So I'm going to grab my palette knife and my buttercream, of course, and spread it onto the cupcake. There is no trick to this, just spread it on like you would spread butter on toast. Make sure that you spread it all the way to the edge so that all the petals will stick. Now I'm ready to put my petals on. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the outer edge and work my way in. So I hold it with one hand and press in the centre with my other finger. And slowly turn the cupcake as I'm going around. And make sure that they're nice and close together. The fuller the better. So if your marshmallow falls off, that's okay, you just pop it back on. Doesn't matter if they fall off. Too easy to fix. Now I'll just add my last petal on. Cute. Now I'm just going to add a bit of sanding sugar to cover up any gaps. Voila, you are done. Our beautiful lotus flower cupcake. One small step for turtle, one huge leap for turtle kind. We are drawing a turtle in space. Now we're going to sketch it out using some basic shapes like circles and ovals, but it's best when you're doing this to go lightly. We'll start out with a big circle, overlapping with it, another big circle, the same size, just like that. Third circle is going to go inside of that one that we've just drawn. Voila. I'm going to join these two circles together. Just two straight lines. Now we're going to draw his feet, and we're going to use some oval shapes to do those. These are kind of jutting outwards like this from the body. Another one here. Those first two will be a little bit bigger, and then the others are going to be about half the size and just to the right because they're a little bit further away. Now that we've got our basic shape, we can go over it in some more detail. I'm just going to draw a curved line that starts a little bit higher than this line. And curve it down and then up. Now we're going to draw a straight line down the side of the face, straight down this side of the circle. And I'm going to join that up. I'm just going to trace over this line we've done earlier. Okay, we've got our head. It just needs an eye now, so I'm going to draw a big oval shape in the middle of it. And another circle in that, and that's his eyeball. When a turtle goes into space, does it ever really leave home? Now we're going to start with the shell. So take a line just like this, just a slightly curving line. And we're going to put the turtle's neck in. So I'm going to draw a straight line from the bottom of the shell here up. It's a bit of a door shape, so it's going to pop over the head, over the neck, and down the side. See, it's kind of like a doorway. Wouldn't go in that door if I were you, though. I'm going to draw a big curved line over the top, tracing the circle. I'm just going to join up those two lines, just like that. Jut the edge out just a little bit there. And the same on the other side. Turtle. Coming up from here, it's just a triangle. Now we're going to start at the feet. You just need to draw two lines jutting out and to join them up at the bottom. Wonder what happens if the turtle gets an itchy nose in space? Not much. Doesn't have turtle hands. Then all you have to do, you won't draw quite a straight line, you draw a bit of a curve. See, they have a turtle-y shape. If you want to pop in some toes, it would be a really good time. We're going to trace around the circle that we drew earlier for our astronaut helmet. That's nice and easy, but around the neck, we're going to do a little bit of a lip. Finally, we're going to put a pattern on the shell, a lot like a soccer ball. So 3 lines on the top and then 3 lines on the bottom. You can experiment with this. You can start off with one in the middle and sort of tile them out to the sides. Some of them you're only going to see half of them or maybe the top part. And if you make a mistake, just rub it out. Perfect. Now I'm going to go over it in some pen, and this is going to be a really good practice run for what we're about to do next. So just trace over your lines, just like that. It doesn't have to be exact. And if you need to do this a few times before you do the final one, it's a really great idea. You can always just experiment. Okay, he looks cool, but I've got something even cooler. I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, but on some black card with a white pen. I'm going to pop our turtle off to the side so I can copy him again. Now we're going to go over it with our white pen. Oh, look at that.
Using coloured card is a great trick because it means you don't have to colour in your background, especially when your background is space. If you don't have a white pen, you can use whiteout, or you could use a gold or a silver pencil. Okay, now let's fill in our background with some stars. It's like this. It's just a cross, and then you cross over those crosses. There's one kind of star, or 5-point. Join them up, and you have a star. You can do as many as you want. There's quite a lot of them in space. Lots of space for them in space. That looks like plenty. And there we have it, a turtle in space.
I'm at the Museum of Old and New Art here in Tasmania, and this is art. Whoa! It might look like I'm jumping on a trampoline, but I'm actually jumping on an artwork. This piece is Danse à la musique by Shenzhen. It's all about combining art and play. It also mixes dance with music. See all the bells underneath? Oh, whoa! Who would have thought art could be so exhausting? Have fun. Oh.
Hi, my name is Joyce Chin. I'm a superhero comic book artist, and I've been working since 1992 in the industry. And I love what I do. It's better than having a boss. For comic books, if you're drawing the interior, basically what you get is something that looks quite a lot like a movie script. And then what you do with it is you break it down, and you're the director, you're the lighting, you are the casting agent, and then you make everybody act. And so you create that world within that script. If you want to do this for a living, learn how to do it, learn the craft, and don't be precious about it. You know, because you're not going to start out being a rock star. You're not going to get to pick and choose. If you want to draw comics, you'll wind up drawing a lot of things like that you don't want to draw, like because you're telling a story, and you have to use your craft to service the story, not just what you want to draw. So if you're comfortable only drawing women, draw men. If you're comfortable only drawing men, draw women. Draw the boring stuff. Draw cars. Draw, robots. You have to draw everything. Just do it. Just don't let anybody. I was told a lot that I wouldn't be able to do it by a lot of different people, and a lot of people said you can't do it because you're a woman. You can't do it because of this, that. If you really want to do it, just do it. And part of that is working really hard at being able to do it.
Today we're getting messy with marbles. Here's what you need. Paper, cardboard box lid, paint, I'm using 3 colors, gold, silver and bronze, some fluid medium, wooden sticks, sticky putty and marbles. First, grab a bit of sticky putty and then stick that down onto your piece of paper, and then stick the piece of paper inside your cardboard lid. So the lid will just act as a barrier for the marbles. Now we're going to mix the fluid medium with our paints. Put the acrylic paint to make it. When you add the fluid medium into your acrylic paint, the paint becomes much more gel-like. So when you add the marbles into the paint and onto the paper, the marbles will glide much more easily. I'm liking the consistency of my paint, so now it's time to add the marbles. I'm going to place 1 marble for each color. And then roll the marbles around in your paint with your wooden stick. So now that your marbles are covered in paint, carefully take out one marble and dunk it into your cardboard lid. Now we're going to roll the marble all over the piece of paper. And you can see the lid really comes in handy here as it acts like a barrier. I think I'm happy with that. That's enough silver. So now I'm going to take the marble out and choose the next marble. I think I'm going to use gold. All right, let's keep rolling. Tilt it to the side, go diagonal, just go crazy. Lose your marbles. And now, our last color, bronze marble. Roll, roll, roll. Now, as you can see, the marbles have created this really cool, unique pattern. And there you have it. All you have to do now is let it dry, then frame and hang. And let everyone marble at your creation. Get it? Marble?
Has 11 brothers and sisters, and they are 2 weeks old. He's a mixed breed domestic pig. I'm sure I can come up with an Arty project inspired by these little piglets. Think I've got it. Nail art. I'm going to show you how to recreate those little piggies on your nails. This is what you'll need. White, hot pink, black, light pink, clear nail polish, and some toothpicks. And I'm going to be using a hand model. Here's Lucy. Start by adding 2 to 3 coats of light pink nail polish to your nail. When that's all dry, grab your toothpick and hot pink nail polish, and that's going to create the snout and ears. With the snout, start with a small dot and then build onto it, creating a circle. And with the ears, it's just 2 arrows next to each other. Now allow that to dry before moving on to the eyes and nostrils. For the eyes, place 2 dots underneath the ears. And even smaller ones in the hot pink circle for the nostrils. To complete the eye, grab a clean toothpick and dip it in the white nail polish and place 2 dots on top of the black circles. Finish off with 1 coat of clear nail polish to keep it in place longer and to give it a shiny finish. And just fill in the other nails with different shades of pink. Ta-da! This little piggy is super happy with the nail art I've done.